Bezzecchi. He's out on the hard front at the moment. He's about to hit the brakes down into this very tricky turn 5. The rear just lifting off the ground there. You can,
he decided not to pitch it on its side, didn't he? That hard front on the left, he was obviously going a bit quick and went, nah, I'm going to bail out on this.
Yeah, he was 99.99% committed. If he was 100%, he was probably going to be down.
Possibly, yeah.
Marco Bezzecchi there, keeping it on the right side of the limit. He'll regroup and go again. Still got time, still 5 minutes and a little bit less here than in Barcelona for him to secure that spot into Q2. He drops in behind his replacement teammate, Pirro. Of course, a rare race start for Pirro. The success of Ducati coming at a cost of Pirro, because they lost all their wildcard allocation for this season, which sadly sidelined Pirro, who's been a pretty frequent wildcard starter for Ducati down the years.
Yeah, victim of Ducati's success in Group A concessions. You get no wildcards, so Michele only could do their private tests.
I guess a victim of his own success of being such a good test rider.
Yes, dead right.
Very, very reliable.
He was saying super interesting. He hasn't ridden this bike for quite a few years now, 2.5 years, meaning the GP23, and really was interested to see how much have improved. Has it, I think more importantly, he said, does it have any strong points that they can try and use in the future?
So here we go then. We are into the final 4 minutes of the session. That factory Ducati snaking left underneath Bagnaia as he grabbed a handful of brakes into the first corner. Jorge Martin at the moment had an excellent first sector, up by what, just almost half a tenth clear of Zarco. Zarco still leading the way with that absolutely brilliant 139.
Bailed out.
197. Now, as Martin made a mistake then in 5, did he also just have that moment on entry? Was there a little bit of a front lock?
Oh, he lost the front. Yeah, front tucked, and he like, oof. He saved it, held it up, but that's enough to make you go, yeah. Look at this. You was just couldn't quite see it. So he's holding it up with all his might, knee and elbow. That just lack of temperature on the left-hand side just wasn't gripping, you know. And that was that stepping into the unknown. I was expecting more of it, actually. I didn't want, but I thought there'd be a few fallers in this one.
We saw it for Bez on entry. We saw it for Martin there mid-corner. It's a tightrope, isn't it? Turns 2 and turn 5. It's such that fine balancing act between a potential hot lap like Marco Bezzecchi finds. First rider into the 138s, a 138.998. He said a few races ago he's got one box left to tick in 2024, and that is to have one more podium with the VR46 racing team. Well, setting himself up nicely for it, and setting himself up for potentially the miracle at Montmello. Pecco Bagnaia goes fastest with a 138.918. You are going to have to prize that #1 plate from out of the iron grip of the reigning world champion right now. Here comes Aleix Espargaro, circuit specialist. You could throw a breeze block to where Aleix Espargaro grew up nearby this circuit, the Barcelona, Catalunya. And at the moment, well, he's the winner of both of our sprint races here in Catalunya. Pole position he was earlier on this year. He was on pole, of course, in 2022. We won't talk about what happened in 2022 for Aleix. It's not part of his Grand Prix career he'll be looking back on too fondly. At the moment, though, in the present, this is a brilliant lap by Aleix Espargaro. He said yesterday, a podium on the cards potentially for the perfect goodbye to Aprilia. He is up inside that top 3. A 139.025. I think he was expecting a little bit more there, wasn't he? A little bit of a shake of the head as he came over the line. Yellow flags are out in that third sector. This is at turn 10. So who has crashed at turn 10? Aleix Espargaro, he is A-OK. Of course, is that Morbidelli again?
That's going to affect a few of these riders. Yeah. Yes, look, cancelled laps everywhere.
It's Joan Mir. I don't really know what else to say about poor old Joan Mir's 2024, because
that's why I stayed quiet, man. I don't know what to say either. It's an absolute nightmare, isn't it, for him, you know? The same sort of problem as Jack Miller. Huge rear chatter, and it follows them everywhere they go.
Yeah, his Grand Prix DNF in Malaysia last time out was his 14th DNF of the season, 4 in the last 5 Grand Prix. There's a whole world of pain for Joan Mir in 2024. Wasn't it as well today, 4 years ago in Valencia, he was crowned 2020 MotoGP World Champion.
That looked like Pirro wanted one more shot at it, but overrun the first turn there, because it looked like he'd come through the obviously the yellow sectors, cancelled lap, so one more go at it, but it looked like he ran wide, I'm imagining, turn 1.
Yellow flags then have now cleared for the Mir crash, which means all systems go for Jorge Martin. I don't think, though, it's going to be an improvement. He had a pretty strong first sector. Just wonder there whether he was just that little bit hesitant, a little bit cautious going through turn 5, having had the big scare mid-corner a couple of laps ago. At the moment, all good, no problem for Jorge. Sailing into Q2, he's in P5, 139.214. Acosta's getting in hot here.
Yeah.
He's going to go gravel tracking. Is he going to stay upright?
Watch out for Joan Mir. He's still walking back.
Let's see how good Pedro Acosta's off-roading skills are. He's been pretty adept at it so far this season. Acosta at the moment looks like he's going to just about creep in. Acosta is in 9th place. Here's now Brad Binder. This could push Enea Bastianini out of that top 10. Of course, the Beast fighting for 3rd overall in the standings against Marquez. So Binder on a 33 bike. Checker flag is out. Is Binder going to make it? Oh, it was close. Binder over the line. 11th place. They're going to be breathing a massive sigh of relief in the Beast side of the factory Ducati garage.
Sure are.
The Beast survives by 200ths of a second. That's about as close as you can get to being dumped out of Q1, isn't it there? Enea Bastianini then does survive. Pecco Bagnaia.
What a job from Pecco.